And good afternoon and welcome to the City of Franklin Beer Board meeting. Today is Tuesday, March the 24th, 2026. The time is now 4:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll call this meeting to order. First, we'll start with a roll call. Alderman Barnhill.
Here.
Alderman Caesar.
Here.
And the chair is here as well. Next, we will move into setting of the agenda. This is consideration of changes in the agenda and setting of our agenda. If there are any changes or modifications to the agenda, let them now be spoken and submitted. If not, I'll take a motion to accept the agenda as it is currently listed.
So moved. Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. We'll move to a roll call vote. Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Next, we'll move forward to citizen comments. At this time, I do not have any citizen comments here. I see none. I'll just double check the gallery. If there are, make sure that you fill out the citizen comment cards that are in the back of the room by the door. There should be pens and paper there, and you can provide them to the front if needed. We'll move forward next to approval of the minutes. This is consideration of approval of the minutes for February the 10th, 2026 Beer Board meeting. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded to approve the minutes for February the 10th, 2026. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll move forward to a roll call vote. Alderman Barnhill?
Yes.
Alderman Caesar?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Next, we'll move forward to agenda item number 3. This is new business, and this is consideration of application of the West Haven Foundation, Inc., DBA Whiskey Warmer Food and Whiskey Festival, West Haven Golf Club Outdoor Area Scube Center, located at 4121 Golf Club Lane, Franklin, Tennessee, 37064. Christy Bryan, Managing Agent for special event. Event date and hours, March the 28th, 2026, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central. Ms. Davies.
Good afternoon, Beer Board. Jessica Davey, Billing and Licensing Director. So this application is for an event, and this is not the first time that we've had this event here in Franklin. The application and inspections are complete, so staff is recommending approval. And with us tonight is Christy Bryan. She's with Events Hatched, and they are going to be overseeing the alcohol service at the event. And I'll let Christy tell you a little bit about the event.
Excellent. Ms. Bryan, we welcome you to the podium this evening.
All right.
We'll give you just a moment to share a little bit about the event and its past.
Sure. Yeah. So this is the 11th year for the Whiskey Warmer event. It is a fundraiser first and foremost for the West Haven Foundation. This year's event is exciting because it's a little bit different than it's been in the past. In the past, it's been whiskey sampling, food trucks where people can buy food, cigar lounge. This year, each brand is paired with a restaurant. So we have about 15 restaurants that will be sampling dishes on site as well. The event is held at the Scube Swim Center there in West Haven, which thankfully is all fenced. We do have third-party security on site, a mix of armed and unarmed. We also have a lifeguard just in case someone falls in, as well as EMS from Williamson Health. We have the event is 21 plus, it's ticketed, and so we're checking IDs at the door, and only those with a physical ID can come in. We don't accept a screenshot, as so many people like to do these days.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Bryan. This time I'm going to open up the floor from the board for any questions.
No questions. I don't have any. She covered everything that I would have asked. The staff is trained. And this is an event that's happened this is the 11th year that they've done this. So I would make a motion to approve the application of the West Haven Foundation. Second.
All right. Motion has been made and properly seconded. We're going to move forward to discussion. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll move forward to roll call vote. Alderman Barnhill?
Yes.
Alderman Caesar?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Thank you, Ms.
you.
Bryan. Next, we'll move to item number 4 on new business. This is consideration of application of Heritage Foundation of Williamson County DBA Main Street Festival in front of McCreary's Pub on the public square Franklin, Tennessee 37064. Ian Hunt, Managing Agent for Special Event. Event date and hours, April the 25th through the 26th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central.
So this is another special event application, not a first-time event for this one as well, as I'm sure you all know. The application and inspections are complete on this one, so staff is recommending approval, and we have Jamie Smith with the Heritage Foundation here to answer any of your questions.
Excellent. Welcome, Ms. Smith. We'll give you just a moment to provide any additional comment.
The event is the same that we've kind of been doing for many, many years now. We've got 2 locations for beer. It's over in front of McCreary's as well as in the quad. We're still looking to keep it in the northwest quad of the square, and that will still be with Bavarian. We've got security. We've got it fenced off. It should be pretty simple.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. I'll open it up to the board for any comments or questions.
Again, it's the same procedure that they've gone through for several years now, so I'll make a motion to approve the application of the Heritage Foundation.
I'll second. I do have one comment, maybe on the motion, and maybe this is not on the motion,
All right.
but if the chair will indulge me.
All right.
This has been going on for a long time. Just for the audience's sake, if there are past event issues that have come up, would you present that at some point during the discussion? Not suggesting that these are relevant to this particular topic, but.
Yeah, absolutely. The Special Events Advisory Team, which you all know, Monique McCullough heads that up, and she works closely with my team as well on the beer permitting process. And we meet with the event organizers and go over the prior year's events, and iron out any details. And if there was anything related to alcohol sales that were of a concern, you know, we would work with the law department, the police department. We would bring that to your attention as well. But mostly it's just going over the logistics of the event, the setup for the beer, to make sure it's running smoothly, not to deal with any issues. Fortunately, we don't have that happen very often, if at all.
Thank you.
Well, you've got a restricted area, do you not, at both of the locations? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
I think, Mike, thank you for that additional color, Ms. Davies. I think just for the audience to know that just because we say it's been done in the past doesn't mean that it's a rubber stamp. We do evaluate past performance, and that gives us greater confidence that future performance should fall in line, and if there's good understanding of the process here. So with that, I'll second, and I'd be happy to move forward to a vote.
All right. Thank you, sir. At this time, Ms. Smith will move forward to our roll call vote. The motion has been made and properly seconded. Alderman Barnhill?
Yes.
Alderman Caesar?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Next, we'll move forward to agenda item number 5. This is consideration of application of Heritage Foundation of Williamson County, DBA 53rd Annual Heritage Ball, Bicentennial Park Pavilion, 400 Fifth Avenue North, Franklin, Tennessee 37064. Ian Hunt, Managing Agent for Special Event. Event date and hours, September the 12th, 2026, 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. Central Time. Ms. Davies?
All right, so this is another annual Heritage Foundation event here in the city of Franklin, and the application and inspections are complete on this. And that was a great question, Alderman Caesar, so I'll share that last year's event had no issues, and so staff is recommending approval, and Jamie's here for this event as well.
All right. Ms. Smith, any additional comments?
No, we're looking at doing the same thing as we did last year as well.
All
So,
right. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. Any additional discussion?
One question.
Yes.
Is that going to hold everyone?
It did last year. Last year we had around 600 people in attendance for the main part of the ball, and we had about 120 people that were there for the late party that we have, and they were all sufficiently covered by traffic and parking and all the things.
Okay.
So,
Nice to see Bicentennial Park being used. Great.
And Ms. Smith, I'll make a side comment and say I'm glad y'all piped in air conditioning last year.
goodness gracious, could you imagine? I know.
Thank you very much. Motion has been made and properly seconded. We'll move forward to a roll call vote at this time. Alderman Barnhill?
Yes.
Alderman Caesar?
Yes.
Thank you. And the chair votes yes as well. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Next, we'll move forward to agenda item number 6. This is consideration of application of the Heritage Foundation of Williamson County DBA Pumpkin Fest in front of McCreary's Pub on the public square, Franklin, Tennessee, 37064. Ian Hunt, Managing Agent for Special Event. Event date and hours October the 24th through the 25th, 2026, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. Ms. Davies.
All right, this is another long-standing Heritage Foundation event, and the application and inspections are complete on this one. Last year's event was without issue, so staff is recommending approval, and Jamie's here for this one as well.
All right, Ms. Smith, additional comments. Welcome back to the podium.
Thanks, appreciate it. This event will be a 2-day festival, whereas in the past it's been 1 day. It's the only other change.
All right. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. Any additional discussion or question? Seeing none, we'll move forward to a roll call vote. Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Next, we'll move forward to agenda item number 7. This is consideration of application of Heritage Foundation of Williamson County, DBA Dickens of a Christmas, in front of McCreary's Pub and on the Public Square, Franklin, Tennessee, 37064. Ian Hunt, Managing Agent for Special Event. Event date and hours, December the 12th, 2026, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central, and December the 13th, 2026, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central. Ms. Davies.
All right, so this wraps up Heritage Foundation's calendar of events for this year, or at least where they're seeking a beer permit. And this one is also a long-standing event, and the application and inspections are complete, and it went off without a hitch last year as far as the alcohol service was concerned, and so staff is recommending approval for this one as well.
All right, thank you, Ms. Smith. Any additional comment? And welcome back again.
Appreciate it. Last time, no, everything's still the same.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. At this time, we'll open up the floor for further discussion or question. Seeing none, we'll move forward to a roll call vote. Alderman Barnhill
Yes.
and Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Thank you again, Ms. Smith. Next, we'll move forward to agenda item number 8. This is consideration of application of Leadership Franklin, Inc., DBA Leadership Franklin 30th Anniversary Celebration, Bicentennial Park Pavilion, 400 Fifth Avenue North, Franklin, Tennessee, 37064. Paula Harris, Managing Agent for Special Event. Event date and hours, July 30th, 2026, 5:30 to 9 p.m. Central Time. Ms. Davies.
All right, so this is another special event. This is a first-time event for Leadership Franklin, and this one, the application and inspections are complete on this one, and I'll let Paula, I'm sure many of you know Ms. Harris. She's the Executive Director of Leadership Franklin, and she's very well prepared and has worked with the parks team as well as hiring a caterer to help facilitate the beer sales to make sure for her first time having an event at Bicentennial that everything goes well. But I'll let her tell you a little bit more about that, and staff is recommending approval.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Harris, welcome to the podium for the first time.
Thank you. I know. We're excited about this event. We're going to be celebrating 30 years of Leadership Franklin, introducing the class of 27, and giving out some awards that night. We are very fortunate to have some great folks on our steering committee, members of the Parks Department and Police Department helping us with security. So we have hired Suzette, and of course her bartenders will have the appropriate ABC licensing.
Excellent. At this time, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion has been
Second.
made and properly seconded. This time, we will open the floor for any discussion and or questions. Ms. Harris. Alderman Caesar.
Yeah, I think we've said before that it's nice to see Bicentennial Park be used. I think Alderman Potts made a comment, Chair Potts, about the benefit of having air conditioning in September. Seeing July 3rd to be air conditioned, if you're going to be serving beer in Bicentennial Park in July on the 30th, I would encourage evaluating the ability to have.
We're evaluating movement of air, so it is on our plan. So thank
While
you.
it's not a requirement, it certainly would be appreciated by,
Well, we're
by the best
excited about
class.
this. Bicentennial Park, is a Leadership Franklin idea. So
Yes.
we're excited about being able to be there this year.
Excellent.
It might help sales. July the 30th.
That's a good point, Clyde.
We just don't want it to rain that night,
There you go.
so.
Got that covered.
All right. Any additional comments or questions? Seeing none, we'll move forward to a roll call vote. Alderman Barnhill
Yes.
and Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Thank you, Ms. Harris.
Thank you so much, appreciate it.
You're welcome. Next, we'll move to agenda item number 9. This is consideration of application of Boys and Girls Club of Middle Tennessee, Inc., DBA 25th anniversary of Wind Down Main Street, the Franklin Theater, and on the public square, Franklin, Tennessee 37064. Denise Carruthers, managing agent for special event. Event date and hours, November the 7th, 2026, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central. Ms. Davies.
All right, so I think this rounds out our special events for tonight. And this is, as you can see from the name of the event, not the first time that we've had Wine Down Main Street. And Denise, I believe you've done them all. Is that right?
Every last one.
Every last one of them. So I think it's fair to say she knows what she's doing. Staff is satisfied with everything. Application and inspections are complete, so we are recommending approval. And I'll let Denise tell you about the event and answer any questions.
Thank you. Welcome, Ms. Carruthers.
Thank you. This is the 25th anniversary this year. So we're going to be partnering with Visit Franklin, hopefully to get some tourists, 'cause we have lots of tourists every year. Last year we had 26 states, 3 countries. So we're trying to get more this year. But the beer will be, there's a beer tent on the square, and inside the Franklin Theater, we use the City of Franklin officers for security. We'll also be getting our ABC license once we get our street permit and approvals from the City of Franklin. And we do extensive training with our staff. And then several of our volunteers are licensed bartenders that are going to be serving as well.
Thank you, Ms. Carruthers. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. At this time, we'll move forward to further discussion and or questions. Seeing none, we'll move forward to a roll call vote at this time. Alderman Barnhill
Yes.
and Alderman Caesar.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Carruthers. Next, we'll move forward to agenda item number 10. This is consideration of application of KVM India Mart, LLC DBA Desi Mart, located at 101 International Drive, Suite 102, Franklin, Tennessee 37067. Vineth Sheelam, managing agent for off-premises consumption. Ms. Davies.
All right, so this is our first business application this evening, and this is a new business in the city of Franklin. However, the owners of this business do own 2 other establishments with beer permits in the city, Cafe India and Persis Indian Grill. Those are both on-premise consumption permit holders. This is going to be an off-premises market that is going to be right beside Cafe India, one of their other establishments. And with us this evening is Kasav. He's one of the owners of the business, but the application and inspections are all complete, so staff is recommending approval.
All right. Welcome.
evening, sir.
Welcome, sir. We'll give you just a moment to provide some additional context.
Sir, my name is Keshav. We are running 12 years Cafe India in Franklin, Tennessee. We just beside to the Cafe India, we opened a small grocery shop, like retail Indian grocery shop kind of things. Like, we just opened 4 months before, Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve. I may still have a question.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. At this time, we'll move forward to discussion and question. Alderman Barnhill.
Can you describe the operation if it's off-premise consumption and the other 2 are on-premise?
Yeah, they're separate businesses. I was just sharing for reference that the same owners operate 2 other establishments with
Okay.
active beer permits. The difference is, of course, one permit authorizes the sale of beer for consumption on the premises, and then the other is for consumption off the premises. So that beer must be sealed and in packages to be sold. And I believe these are it just happens to be that Desi Mart is going to be next to Cafe India. So they're separate establishments, same owner, and 2 of the establishments are in the same area of town right beside each other. Does that help, Alderman?
That
Barnhill?
helps. But so how do they check then? How do they ID?
Well, I'll let the applicant maybe.
For all premise. On premise, restaurant, come in, sit down, pretty well understood.
Right.
So how are they going to check off?
Well, I'll let the applicant explain
Okay.
your process for checking ID when making the
Yes.
sales.
Yeah. We give commanding to my staffs and everybody, like, to check the IDs and everything to because we have hours on 10 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock. Everybody, if beer, if anybody purchasing, check the IDs and everything. We give instructions to the staffs and people. Yeah.
So I believe it's part of the training of your staff.
Yeah.
And then I think you shared with me earlier that the staff has the TABC
Yes.
permits as well. So they get the training.
So they are already trained if they've got the TABC?
Well, there's training they have to go through to obtain that permit, and then additional training that the business provides in addition to having the TABC permit.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Alderman Barnhill, additional questions? Alderman Caesar?
No, I think I'm ready to vote.
All right. And I do not have any further questions at this time. We'll move forward to a roll call vote. Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Caesar?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Next, we'll move forward to agenda item number 11. This is consideration of application of Amendment 18 LLC, DBA Amendment 18, located at 317 Main Street, Suite 105B, Franklin, Tennessee, 37064. Hunter, you're going to have to help me with your last name in a minute. Thamagasa, managing agent for on-premises consumption. Ms. Davies.
All right, so our last application tonight is an existing business in the city of Franklin with an ownership change. So that's why they're here before you tonight seeking a new beer permit. And the application and inspections are complete, so staff is recommending approval. And with Hunter, sorry, I'm not gonna.
It's
Tim Avonska, who is one of the owners, is also Madison Smith, who's the attorney for the business, to answer your questions.
How we doing, guys?
Excellent.
How are we?
Doing well.
Yeah, so we basically just got new ownership in December. We've been open since October 2023 in downtown Franklin. The business has existed for 5 years, since 2021 in West Haven. We moved in June of 2023, opened up the doors in October 2026, and I've been there ever since, or October 2023, and have been there ever since. We just got new ownership in December, and we are looking to just get that switched over, I believe, to that name, I think.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
All right.
Yeah, I'm also an equity partner as well. And we go through extensive staff training. ID checks are at the door. We don't let any guests in without an ID check. Every single person on staff has to be required to have their TABC license and have to pass a written exam that we do through our training program with Pickled Concepts.
All right. Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. We'll move forward to discussion and additional questions at this time. Any, Alderman Barnhill?
No.
All right. Alderman Caesar?
No, you've been, maybe a comment.
Yes.
The business has been operating in 2 different locations with transitional locations. The business, I believe, has demonstrated in the past the ability to adhere to the beer permit. Is this the first time for them to have a beer permit, or has a beer permit been?
No, sir, we've had a beer permit since our opening in 2021.
Perfect. No questions from me.
Okay. I have no additional questions as well. This time we'll move forward to a roll call vote. Alderman Barnhill?
Yes.
Alderman Caesar?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Thank you
Thank
both
you.
for being here.
You're welcome.
At this time, we'll move forward to any additional or other business to be brought before the beer board.
I have nothing.
Thank you, Ms. Davies. I do not have any additional comment cards. So at this time, we'll move forward to our favorite agenda item of the evening.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion has been made to adjourn and properly seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.